So, I was doing some browsing yesterday, and I found a game here. I honestly don't know what to expect from it, cause like the first moment I saw the trailer for it, it looked very all over the place. But it was a game I found online and I wanted to give it a try. We were talking horror the other day, so I went looking for something. And I ended up finding this. I really have no idea what to expect from it, but I'm just going to go ahead and start. Scott, I don't know if I'm gonna finish all this by today, but we'll at least get a good start for it. So let's just dive right into this. Chapter 1. I'm just gonna let the game speak for itself. Yeah, we start off here. The story is a work of fiction. It might scare you a little, but it's not real after all. Let's enjoy this tale of love between two girls. So yeah, it's a Yuri visual novel, but horror. Let me just I had to barely like tap open the game to mess with the volume because it was pretty loud. But yeah, the game does not hold back. So content warning advisory I should give you. It's gonna get kind of dark. Yeah, this is how it starts. This is how the game starts. I should bump the volume down a little bit more. Still seems kind of loud. But yeah, yeah, we're here. Hitomi Tadewara's body was floating in the air, swaying gently. Hitomi had childish taste. The walls, floors, and ceiling of her room were decorated like a girl's play space. It's such a fairy tale-like gentle room of Hitomi's. Her body, not devoid of warmth, felt extraordinarily out of place. So yeah, cool thing about it is that this game has like a full live models to it, or live sprites to it. That's pretty interesting. Ichika-chan, I'm already hopeless. Ichika-chan, I'm sorry for hurting you so much by forcing my dreams onto you. I wish I could I wish I could hear your voice one last time. I'm sorry, Ichika-chan. The last words I heard from Hitomi over the phone. By the time I reached her house, it was already too late. I feel very uncomfortable here. I'm not used to this. I'm not used to playing games like this. Goodness. I screamed and woke up. How long will I keep having this dream? It had been a week since I lost my best friend, Hitomi, but I saw her final moments in my dreams every night. On my desk, there was a cassette tape labeled Hitomi's Memory. It was a cassette tape that had been sent to me from Hitomi after she lost her life. I had been hesitating whether to listen to it. But I didn't have a cassette player, and I couldn't make up my mind, so I left it as it was. I knew I would end up seeing that ugly depths of my heart through Hitomi. The fact that I had cornered her, and everything else I didn't want anyone to know. I put Hitomi's cassette tape back on the desk drawer. When I went down to the living room, my dad and mom were getting ready to go out. Oh, good morning, Dad, Mom. Oh, you're up early. Yeah, I woke up early. Ichika, do you think you're going back to school soon? Yes, I'll start going again from today. I see. It was Hitomi Tadewara, right? It's sad about your friend, but she'd be sad in heaven if you were like this. I sighed quietly so my dad wouldn't notice his insensitive comment. Yeah, like, you're gonna need quite a little while to get used to seeing something like that. Especially at such an impressionable age. Like, any age, really. When I looked at my mom's face, she was looking at my dad with a very cold gaze for some reason. My dad didn't know Hitomi directly, but my mom had met her once and knew she was my best friend. Mom understood how I felt after what happened to Hitomi and didn't say anything to me. That's why she could sense how insensitive Dad's words were to me. Noticing I was looking at her, Mom spoke to me. Ichika, don't blame yourself. You did nothing wrong, so... I knew she was trying to be considerate, but I still didn't want to continue the conversation, so I changed the subject. Are you and Dad going out already? It's early. Sensing my feelings, Mom changed the topic. Yes, we are. Dad's new job is getting a bit busy, so I have to accompany him for a while. Now, of course, parents work together and going off on business trips together, leaving the child all alone. What could go wrong? We might be away for a few days. Okay. Dad was the head of a medical university in Tokyo, and Mom was his secretary. So when Dad got busy, Mom also became busy. It was common for both of them to be away for several days. My brother, who used to be here until last year, had already moved out and was living in Tokyo. Ichika, don't slack off for your studies while we're gone. Alright, we're leaving now. Dad left the living room. I was alone with Mom. Ichika, you can use delivery for meals, okay? Yes, understood. And Ichika, also, Ichika... What? Nothing. I'll talk to you when we get back. We're going now. Okay, take care. It's nice that the mom is at least gentle and caring about it. I saw off my parents' departure. With my parents gone, I was left all alone. Feeling the loneliness in the eerily quiet living room, I turned on the TV. Then I started eating the meal my mom had prepared before she went out. Mom's food was so delicious. Tears almost welled up in my eyes. Even just having a peaceful meal like this, I couldn't help but feel guilty. I've been thinking about following Hitomi for this past week. Oh no, that's not good. But every time the words "someone from a family that saved lives shouldn't be allowed to treat life carelessly" echoed in my mind. Those were the words my father had said long ago when my brother had a hard time at school and tried to do something rash. So they weren't words directed at me, but every time I thought about following Hitomi, those words of my father came back to me. In other words, I used those words as an excuse, and in self-preservation, I couldn't follow Hitomi. Even though I refrain from acting rashly, that doesn't mean the guilt disappears. Still, spending a peaceful morning like this, I can't help but wonder if I even deserve to live. What should I do from now on? As I broke apart the grilled fish and brought it to my mouth, the news started, bringing up a topic I didn't want to hear. It's been a week since Hitomi Tadewara passed away. Hitomi Tadewara, a third-year student at a private high school in Saitama, living in Lake City. She had just been cast in a TV anime as a new voice actress, but was now found deceased at her home a week ago. There are no signs of struggle, so the police had ruled out the foul play. They're still covering it. I turned off the TV. The sudden silence felt oppressive. After being holed up in a home for a week, I felt a longing for human contact. I decided to go out. Yeah, I definitely gonna need more than a week to get over seeing your best friend like that. Walking along the usual route to school, I realized it was still too early. I could go to school now, but I hesitated a bit. Hitomi... Following my feelings, I've had to go to Hitomi's house. Lots of flowers. I bought flowers on my way and stood in front of Hitomi's house. Hitomi had lost her parents and lived in a large mansion with her grandmother. At the front door, I noticed offerings and flowers left there. Probably left by school friends while I was holed up at home. I placed the flowers I had brought and closed my eyes, bringing my hands together in prayer. Hitomi... Ichika-chan's voice is so cute. A voice echoed in my ear, and I reflexively opened my eyes and looked around. But no one was there. Who's there? What is... Oh boy, here we go. Dizzy and with my vision swaying, I felt my consciousness slipping away for a moment and sat down on the spot. Who? For a brief moment, I thought I saw something like shoes. But the dizziness was so severe I couldn't move my head. Suddenly my vision went dark. But it wasn't because of dizziness. Something like hands were covering my eyes.
Ichika-chan, kawaii na.
Shaking off the dizziness, I jumped up in fear. But there's nothing and no one. I looked around, but there was no sign of anyone. That's impossible, right? What was this? A cold wind blew through, and I was shocked to find it in my hand. Why is this? It was a rattle. Oh, yeah, this is, this is just gonna... They were very blatant with, like, this item in, like, the trailer I saw. A toy that makes noise when you shake it, used to soothe babies. It was designed with a pink theme for girls, with a bunny character printed on it. Oh, boy. Alright. First decision. Alright, which one should I go for first? I think I'll go for the, less confrontational route so far. Let's, brush it away this time around. No! I threw it away. I couldn't understand anything, but I didn't want to stay here there any longer. I hurriedly left the place. This is gonna be weird. I am so nervous about this. I have no idea what's gonna happen. By the time we reached the school, many students were already there. When I arrived in the classroom, my friend called out to me.
Ah, Ichika-chan! Ohayo!
Kagura Kyoko's cheerful voice made me feel relieved, and my tension finally eased, making me smile. Oh yeah, good morning. The classroom was filled with lively voices of cheerful girls. The cheerful voices of the girls, which I hadn't heard in a while, washed away the unsettling feeling that had been dominating my heart until then. I felt as if they were all the accumulated gloom in my heart was washed away. Oh, I see. Maybe I've just gone crazy from being holed up for a week. What's so funny, Ichika? Laughing out of the blue. Oh yeah, it's just that it's been so long since I came to school. Yeah, it's been a while. Are you okay now? Yeah, I'm fine now. Must have been tough with the illness lasting for a week. Was it an out-of-season flu? Huh? Her question made me tilt my head in confusion. Huh? I was puzzled by what Kyoko was saying. You mean you don't know? I mean, Ichika, you're out sick. No, that's not it. I mean about Hitomi. Yeah, hello, Iris, welcome on. Yeah, I found a interesting game last night. After talking about, like, the horror games and whatnot, and I found a horror game to play for today. I don't know if I'm gonna get through all of it today, but it was free to download and looked interesting enough. Like, a trailer made a strong impression. I didn't even watch all of it before deciding to buy it, but yeah, we got a little horror game here. I suppose you can call it fate in a way. In contrast to my gloomy tone, Kyoko's mood was light and casual. Oh right, Hitomi, yeah, she's been through a lot too. Not just a lot. Hitomi also caught a cold, didn't she? Was at the same time as you, so I thought you two were playing hooky together. What? My eyes widened. I also thought it was cool how they have, like, live models for the sprites and characters, so that was a cool thing. Especially for a free game. A cold, playing hooky, a trip? It felt something was off from the start, but our conversation wasn't matching at all. Hitomi was our classmate. Everyone knew she had passed away. It was all over the TV news and the internet. I looked around the class. At first, the light of the atmosphere of the class felt comfortable, and I didn't think much of it, but now it felt strangely normal. Even though it had only been a week since Hitomi had passed away. Hey, what are you saying? What do you mean, what am I saying? Are you still not over your cold? Wait a minute. I hurriedly turned on my smartphone. If I searched Hitomi Tadewara, I could find articles about her. It would immediately clear up who was mistaken. I opened the browser and started typing Hitomi Tadewara. Oh, Hitomi, long time no see! Huh? My smartphone slipped from my hand. There she is.
Ichika-chan, ohayo.
Hitomi? Yep, here's our girl. If the music is too loud, please tell me. I was tweaking the volume a little while ago. It seemed a little loud for me. I was stunned. Long, beautiful white hair. And I just realized, god damn it, this is another game. Alright, they have a main character who has long white hair, and then I end up playing, god damn it, another long white hair character with red eyes. Why does it keep happening to me? Why does it keep happening to me? Eyes as red as jewels. A soft, slightly airy smile. What is it? Those are sound effects. Why is it so loud? There stood the Hitomi Tadewara I knew. The game is very loud. How are you feeling? Is the cold better? Yeah, Kyoko-chan, I'm sorry for making you worry. Hitomi approached while chatting amicably with our classmate naturally. And what Hitomi's eyes met mine... Yeah, that little sound effect they had was pretty loud. She smiled warmly at me. Good morning, Ichika-chan. Oh, good morning. I heard you had a cold too. What a coincidence. Yeah. Hey, Ichika-chan, about today. Alright, home we're starting. Chime rang, interrupting our conversation. So yeah, our friend here, the game opened up on it, but our friend Hitomi here, Ichika found her body hanging in her room. She had, taken her own life, apparently, for some reason. So yeah, it's very tragic, and now we're suddenly seeing her again. Hitomi sitting next to me was attending class normally. During the lesson, I couldn't focus and secretly check my smartphone. I searched for Hitomi Tadewara, but... strangely, all the articles about her taking her own life had disappeared. Yep, there it is. What's going on? This is strange. I saw Hitomi become lifeless before my eyes. But now at school, for the first time in a while, there was Hitomi, unchanged. Classmates interacted with her as if nothing had happened. I couldn't understand it at all. Could I really be sick with something weird? As far as I knew, conditions like schizophrenia or sleep disorders or narcolepsy could cause memory confusion. I've been having nightmares all week and hadn't had proper sleep. But could it really be this? Poke, poke. Hitomi poked me with her pen, snapping me back to reality. Hey, you'll be caught on soon. Huh, oh, right. Ichika-chan, you're spacing out. Hitomi laughed. Next question, Miss Shinonome. Yes, I really was called on. The chime rang, ending the lesson, and after lunch with Hitomi and Kyoko, more classes followed. Before I knew it, the day was over. Ichika-chan, let's go home. Yeah, sure. After school, I walked home with Hitomi. We were just chatting about everyday things, but Hitomi seemed oddly happy. Seeing her so cheerful, the tension I had felt since this morning started to ease. By the way, Hitomi, you said you were about to say something this morning, right? Oh right, I forgot. Hey, Ichika-chan, I want to play house. Play house? Oh no. Oh no, I have a bad feeling about this. From the trailer footage and what we saw even earlier in the game, this is gonna get weird, so I'm just gonna tell you to brace yourselves. I just have a bad feeling about this. Yeah, I was watching TV this morning. Seeing a mom taking care of a baby made me want to do it too. So I suddenly feel like playing house. I'll be the mom and Ichika will be the baby. So, can I come to your house today? Let's play together. We keep having this is the second time the option has been marked with a splatter for the other option. But as with every vision, I'll be saved for every option. I'll play along for now. Even though I don't really want to. Yeah, that's fine. Yay! Hitomi seemed really happy. She had a soft, airy demeanor as if she was always daydreaming. Seeing her so childishly joyful made me smile. Hey, maybe I really did have a bad cold. And that made me have weird dreams? Because otherwise it doesn't make sense. There's no way Hitomi would take her own life. I must have had weird dreams because of a cold and thought they were real. Lately I've been feeling unwell. It was all just because of a dream I had when I was sick. I'm glad. What is? I'm just happy to be with you again, Hitomi. I was busy with studies for the past few months and I couldn't hang out much. Ichika-chan. Let's go, to my house. As I started to walk... I stopped. Ichika-chan? Hey, Hitomi, I need to apologize to you, right? About her dream. Suddenly close up. Ichika-chan. Hey! Okay, here we go. I just want to be with you, Ichika-chan. Oh, here we go. I found myself staring at the familiar ceiling of my room.
ほーら、いちかちゃん。 まあ、カランカラン。
Whoops.
カランカラン。
I don't like this. It's not my thing. Hitomi shaking a rattle, making a pleasant sound. This rattle. It looked just like the one I mysteriously found myself holding at Hitomi's house this morning during the inexplicable event. Hitomi was shaking it and gently stroking my head as if to soothe me. Ichika-chan is such a good baby. Oh, what is this? This is playing house. Oh, are you sleepy, Ichika-chan? My throat felt dry. Before I knew it, I was in my room playing along with Hitomi's make-believe. When did this happen? I had no memory of what happened in between. Hitomi's face was covered with a creepy white mask decorated with a scorpion-shaped heart design. I found myself lying down like this, being soothed by Hitomi as if I were a baby. I couldn't understand it at all. Suddenly Hitomi looked at the clock. Oh, it's already this late. I need to go before it gets dark. Just bring the volume all the way down to the minimum. Gee. Fun times always end so quickly, she suddenly said. Hitomi stood up and started getting ready to leave. I'll be going now. Oh, I followed Hitomi to the door, still unable to grasp what was happening. Oh, very close again. After that look she's giving me, Hitomi stared at me. And then... Oh! You know, normally I'd be all for it, but I preferred my Yuri with a less creepy, scary backdrops. It's a cool mark, though. But yeah, it's Yuri. Hitomi's lips touched my cheek. Hitomi, who was always a bit clingy, sometimes showed perfection like this. But... Her hand gently holding me, her lips touching my cheek. The warmth of a person, but the sensation sent chills down my spine. What is this feeling? Good night. See you tomorrow. She said and left. Left alone, my thoughts started to organize. And finally, an inexplicable chill climbed up my spine as a frost was forming on it. Hitomi, are you really alive? Chapter 1, clear. Side story, Hitomi Memory 1 unlocked. And Chapter 2 unlocked. So yes, that's how we start things. It goes in a very, chapter format, this game. I suppose we'll go to the memory first. So, Hitomi's Memory 1. I became friends with Ichika-chan in the first year of April. It was when I accidentally dropped my pass case with my family photo in it and was looking for it. It's not here, it's not here! Where did it go? The only family photo I had left. I kept searching alone in places where I thought it might be. Hey, Tarihara-san! When I turned around, the voice from at the voice from behind, there was a girl from my class.
何か困ったことがあったらいつでも私に相談してね。
How cute. Her shiny black hair was waving in the wind, and she looked very beautiful. Her voice had a clear, dignified ring to it, and she seemed like a refined young lady. What are you doing here? Well, I was flustered. She smiled at me. Oh, me? I'm Shinonome Ichika. We already introduced ourselves, but you don't remember, do you? No, that's not true. I remember you, Shinonome-san. Really, so what happened? My photo. Photo? I dropped my family photo. Oh, I see. Then why don't I help you look for it? No, it's okay. You don't have to. It's fine. We'll find it faster if we look together, right? Come on, let's search together. Thank you. Aw, it's kinda cute. It's almost cute to make you forget the horror going on. Ichika-chan helped me look for my family photo. We searched around the church together. Hey, is this it? She said that and handed me a pink pass case with bunny ears. Aww. Inside was a family photo of a small me, my dad, and my mom. It was unmistakably mine. Oh, yes, this is it. Glad you found it. But why was it in a place like this? We were told by the teacher not to come near this little church because it was so dilapidated. I probably dropped it when wandering around aimlessly. I like quiet places like this. Is that so? Anyway, I'm glad you found it, Tadihara-san. Thank you, Shinanomi-san. You're welcome. Since then, I've been curious about Ichika-chan. Her family background is amazing. I heard her family is a doctor at a medical... Her father's a doctor at a medical university in the city. She had an older brother who was also studying to become a doctor. But despite her background, she never flaunted it, and she was a very diligent and kind girl. No one in the class disliked Ichika-chan. The day she helped me, it was probably just because I, her classmate, was in trouble and she didn't have any other intentions. But since that day, I found myself attracted to Ichika-chan. Hey, Tadihara-san. Huh? A sudden voice from behind. Oh, more characters. When I turned around, there was a classmate, Ayase Nanao and her friends. Why didn't you collect the assignments? Why didn't you collect the assignment prints like the teacher asked you yesterday? The teacher was mad, you know. Oh, I didn't know about that. Don't lie, Haruka. Haruka delivered the message to you, right? Right, Haruka. You told her, didn't you? Yes, I told Hitomi-chan in the teacher's message. See, you wouldn't say Haruka's lying, right? I thought, here we go again. For some reason, Nanao always finds a way to bother me. Tadihara-san, you always seem so absent-minded, which is why you forget important things. And you look so shabby, even your phone looks cheap. At the last parent-teacher meeting, is your grandmother who came, right? Do you not have parents or something? Your hair's all gross, too. I wonder how you even got into this school. Hey, don't just stand there silently. Don't you have anything to say? Haruka-chan got scolded by a teacher because of you, you know. Well... Hey! Ichika. Nanao clicked her tongue softly. Nanao, why are you bothering Tadihara-san? You're just making things up to make her uncomfortable, aren't you? I hate when people gang up on someone. Nanao went silent and glared at Ichika-chan. Then Ichika-chan grabbed my hand. Ooh, hand-holding.
大丈夫。ひとみちゃんは私が守ってあげるから。
Let's go, Tadihara-san. The moment Ichika-chan held my hand, I clearly forgot about being harassed. The softness of Ichika-chan's hand and her strong voice protecting me. Her heart was filled with Ichika-chan. My heart was filled with Ichika-chan. Alright, so that's our first memory. Alright, on to chapter 2 then. Hitomi and I sat next to each other, listening to the voice play we created together through the earphones. And there's a rattle again on the table. Oh, it's cute. It's cute. I had lost the initial resistance to hearing my own acting posted on video sites. At first it was embarrassingly awkward, but Hitomi always praised my acting. Before I knew it, I no longer felt embarrassed listening to my own voice through earphones. Yeah, you get there eventually. Ichika-chan, your voice is really wonderful. Your acting's great. You're acting great too, Hitomi. You might even surpass me someday. No way, I love your voice acting, Ichika-chan. Hitomi joined me in my voice acting practice. One day I was secretly voice acting alone in the old church behind the school. Hitomi happened to witness it. I was so embarrassed that my classmate found out. My face felt like it was on fire, but Hitomi praised my acting a lot. Though I was embarrassed, I was very happy. Hitomi's praise filled my heart with a sweet sense of happiness, making my previously dull life feel colorful. Since then, as I performed in front of Hitomi, she started mimicking my acting. Now we even post our recorded video plays on video sites together. It felt great to see our voices getting just decent views. What started as a casual hobby for me became a dream to become a voice actor someday. Since just the two of us making these, we end up creating a lot of stories about girls in love. At first, I did monologues for scripts or imitated characters' lines from anime. But thanks to Hitomi's ideas, we now create voice dramas about girls' love. We came up with the different scenarios and write the scripts together. I think Hitomi has feelings for me beyond friendship. At least you're not dense to it, so there's... I can sense it when we spend time together. What about me? Honestly, I don't really understand love. But I don't know that but I do know that I love Hitomi, whether as a friend or more. Ichika, your yonder girl acting is really popular. Look, so many people are praising your performance. Hitomi happily browsed through the comments praising my acting. I'm not as good. I can't match Ichika-chan. That's not true. Your voice is really cute, Hitomi. Thank you. But I still love Ichika-chan's voice the most. Oh. Hearing more compliment directly made me smile. I have a dream. I wanted to do stage plays with just the two of us. Stage plays? Yeah, I love your voice acting, Ichika-chan. I love hearing your voice through earphones, but the impact of live voice lines is so much greater. So one day I want us to stand on stage together and perform. It could be reading a play, or an improvised drama. Anything. Anything. I just want to hear your acting live. And I want to be there with you. When Tomi talks about her dreams, she becomes very talkative. Seeing her like this makes me happy too. That sounds great. I want to stand on stage with you someday too. Then why did you betray me? Oh no. I tried so hard, so why didn't you try, Ichika-chan? I tried so hard, but why didn't you end up hating me? Why did you end up hating me? I just wanted to be recognized by you, Ichika-chan. I have no parents and I'm all alone. And you took away but you're still living happily with your mom and dad. Why did this happen to me, and why are you still alive? Why? Why? Ichika-chan, you suffer just like me. I woke up screaming. Another nightmare. A dream filled with sweet happiness I experienced thanks to Hitomi. I thought I'd finally been freed from the nightmare, but why? The doorbell rang. What? I didn't sense my mother downstairs answering the door. In fact, there's no one else's presence in the house. I checked my smartphone. There's a message from my mom sent late last night saying I won't be able to come home today because of work. I looked at the time and realized I was almost late. I was almost late for school. The doorbell rang again. Who could it be? I have a guess. The doorbell rang a third time. And a fourth. If it were delivery, they would have given up by now. We have a partial locker because my parents are often away and can't receive packages. Besides, it's too early for any delivery at this hour. It's just 8 a.m. I went to the door out of habit, but suddenly my drowsy mind was jolted awake as splashed by cold water. Just before reaching the entrance, a terrible premonition washed over me. Ichika-chan! I know you're there. Why aren't you answering? Ichika-chan, you'll be late if you don't hurry. Hitomi, is that you? Come on, open the door. I came all this way, so let's go to school together. Another option of just love Hitomi. Can't open the door. What does that mean, though? I think maybe I'll just, play along. Just play along. What could... It's just Hitomi. What could go wrong? It's just Hitomi. Let's play along. Should I really open it? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, apparently I can't. Then No, I won't go to school today. I'm not feeling well. I have a fever again, so I'm staying home. If that's the case, should I take care of you? Just like yesterday, I'll spoil you again. No, I don't want you to give me my cold, so just go to school. Ichika-chan, are you really sick? What, don't you believe me? I can tell by your voice. I love your voice, Ichika-chan, so I know when you're sick or not. My voice? Yeah, I can just tell just by listening to your voice. Just wondering if Ichika-chan is doing well or has a cold. Come on, let's go. School's boring without you. No, I won't go. Just leave. Leave me alone. As I shouted desperately, Hitomi was silent. Then I heard her light footsteps retreating. It seemed she had given up. I stood there until I could no longer sense her presence. Fear drove me to shout at Hitomi, and now I feel a bit of regret. She just came to pick me up with the good intentions. Thinking calmly, Hitomi didn't harm me yesterday. I was just scared by the inexplicable phenomenon that happened to me. As long as Hitomi was alive, her death was just my imagination. What's wrong with me? Maybe I should go to the school and apologize to Hitomi for earlier. No, not again. I don't speak Japanese. What? Oh, that's, interesting. Suddenly the scenery changed. There are toys and objects meant only for visually entertain little girls with no functional purpose or furniture. Stuffed animals and dolls were scattered on the floor like a spilled toy box. The stuffed animals and dolls were moved on their own, clumsily walking around and playing. My teeth chattered. It was the sound of my own teeth chattering. The unbelievable sight made my whole body break out in goosebumps. What is this? Mama. Oh boy. Creepy strawberry-like creatures toddled toward me. Mama, hug me. No, stop, stay away, no! I half crawled out of the living room. My body wouldn't move as I wanted, making me feel like a baby. But the hallway also looked the same, except the door leading to the outside remained unchanged. I headed for the door. I finally reached the door and grabbed the handle, but it wouldn't open. Why won't it open? Help! Somebody help me! No, I don't want this! The sound of a rattle echoed in my head again. Then I felt someone wrap around me. Hello. Let's play, Ichika-chan. No! The door suddenly flew open and I was thrown out of the entrance. Ow! I hit the ground and hard and couldn't get up. I heard footsteps approaching. Ichika-chan? Hitomi? I couldn't see well against the light, but I felt Hitomi's faint smile as she looked down on me. What happened? You're funny, Ichika-chan, just like a baby. Something was off, but Hitomi laughed. It didn't even make me angry. After what I just experienced, I welcomed her laughter. Huh? I looked back at the house through the open door. Everything was back to normal, as if nothing had happened. The furniture and stuffed animals were gone. It was like an illusion or hallucination. If you're that light, you can go to school, right? I'll wait for you, so let's go. I followed Hitomi to school. Well, so much for her staying out of school for today. Nothing seemed strange about her the whole way. Even during classes with Kyoko and at lunch. And now claimed the classroom was punishment for being late without permission. Hitomi showed no signs of odd behavior. Does nothing happen if I just obey Hitomi? We both got scolded by the teacher. Well, we were obviously late. Everyone was surprised. They didn't expect a good son like you to be late. Sorry for dragging you into this. I keep letting the volume spike, but it's already at its lowest. I wiped the desk with this cloth while Hitomi swept the floor. Is this clean enough? Yeah, I'm tired. Hitomi sat on the floor. I sat next to her. Spending quiet time alone with Hitomi made me relax. It feels so nostalgic. Being with Hitomi like this felt like returning to the carefree days before worrying about future plans. Hitomi leaned closely, her warmth seeping through her clothes. I feel like watching anime. What are you watching now? A girl's anime. There aren't many new ones lately, so I'm renting old ones. But nowadays, there are a bunch of Yuri coming out, which is fantastic. I absolutely love the Yuri that we're getting nowadays. I see. Are you watching anything, Ichika-chan? No, not lately. You're busy, right? Is your dad still strict? Yeah, he scolded me about my grades yesterday. It's our final year, so I understand, but you still like your dad, right? Oh boy, I have a bad feeling about what will happen if I say I hate. Well, keep going with the nice options, not the splattery ones. Yeah, I love my dad, and my mom too. They save lives as doctors, and they love me. I respect them. Ichika-chan, you're so kind. I love your serious side. I don't have many memories of my dad. He was always busy with work. He told me casually took out the pass case. Inside was a photo of a young Hitomi and her parents. It was a family photo she cherished, which I had seen several times. My eyes widened. That... Oh, you remembered. My old family photo. Seeing the film photo made me feel uneasy. Remember, in our first year, I dropped it and you helped me find it. It's not that. What's wrong? Nothing. It's nothing. I covered it up. Were all those events just a mistake? Did Tomi's death and the awful things I did to her, was it all a bad dream? Yes, it must be. Otherwise, why did Tomi have that photo now? Tomi's alive, and I never did anything so terrible to her. I'm glad. I'm really glad. Yeah, I was so happy when you found it for me. It was a precious family photo. Of course I did help you find it. So Ichika did something to Tomi bad. Did something bad to Tomi at some point, huh? Something that she feels guilty over? You're so kind, Ichika-chan. In our first year, we were classmates, but we were classmates, but not close friends. But you did so much for me. From then on, I really like your kindness. We laughed together. I felt truly nostalgic. As Tomi said, we were just classmates in our first year, not close friends. Kyoko often invited us and our other classmates to hang out. I never imagined back then that Hitomi and I would become such close friends. Hitomi touched my hand. As long as you're with me, I can live. Hitomi? Ichika-chan. Yes? Oh! Whoa! I want to kiss you. Huh? Her sudden words left me stunned, and a cold sensation ran down my spine. Suddenly I noticed Hitomi was gazing at me with dreamy eyes. She held my hand. The sensation reminded me of the chilling feeling from yesterday. You're so shy, Ichika-chan. It's cute. You're joking, right? I love you, Ichika-chan. Please let me kiss you? As Hitomi leaned in closer, No! Oh, why not? I pulled away from Tomi's hand, rejecting her. I feared another terrifying experience would follow. Despite knowing this, fear drove me to reject her. Hitomi stared blankly at me. Then she gave me a sad smile. Sorry for making you uncomfortable. I know you don't see me that way. Huh? Her response was unexpected. I'm not good at hiding my feelings. Yeah. It's fine. I didn't know what was happening, but at least she wasn't upset. I felt relieved. An awkward silence followed. Feeling scared, I changed topics to break the tension. By the way, I had a dream about you. Oh really? What kind of dream? Well, we were making a voice drama at your house. I don't know anything about that. Oh no, you're real again. Hitomi's face was suddenly covered by a white mask. Her face was gone, replaced by that creepy heart-shaped scorpion tattoo. The costume turned into a gross play area like in my house this morning. Huh. I'm a clumsy girl with no talent who can't live without you, Ichika-chan. I'm a girl who only has worth you as your emotional support. So Ichika-chan, let's play more. Rely on me more. Let me hear more of your sweet voice. No! I ran out of the classroom in a panic. Is anyone here? The hallways had changed, but with no students or teachers around. I felt like I was alone in a toy world. No, help me! I ran without thinking to reach the outside. Or so I thought. But the outside had also changed. It looked like a fancy theme park with mascots walking around. I couldn't understand anything. There it is again. I heard the sound of a rattle. I threw up on the spot. I can't take this anymore. Something vibrated in my skirt pocket. It was my smartphone. The screen showed an incoming call from an unknown number. Hesitantly, I answered. Hello? Come to the church behind the school. The church? Why? Just follow orders. Come quickly. The call hung up abruptly. I looked at the school building. It no longer looked like a school. But I knew the general layout. I decided to head to the church behind the school. Main chapter 2 cleared. His memory 2 unlocked. Chapter 3 unlocked. Oh.
どうして遊んでくれないの？どうして愛してくれないの？
I think putting on a quicker text speed made the mouth movements also quicken up.
どうして？好きなのに愛してよ、いちかちゃん。
They got a good voices. Alright. Memory 2. Since the first year, Ichika-chan has always been an object of admiration for me. And at some point she became a source of comfort for me. But from Ichika-chan's perspective, I was just one of her classmates. At most, she probably thought of me as a good friend. Hey Ichika, let's hang out. Sure, shall we go to the mall again? Yeah, Tomi will come too, right? Oh, come on Tomi-chan, let's go. Okay. We hung out together as part of the group, just as friends. But that was all it was. I want to talk more with Ichika-chan and kept watching her, looking for something we could have in common. But I couldn't find anything. Ichika-chan was a typical young lady, her father becoming a prominent doctor at a medical university. On the other hand, I lost my parents when I was young and lived with my grandmother. Ichika-chan probably knew about my situation, so she avoided talking about family in front of me. I wanted to get to know her better, but I didn't know what to talk about, so we never grew closer. Then when we moved up to school second year, we ended up in the different classes, and our friendship faded. Oh, Hitomi, good morning. Good morning, Hitomi-chan. Oh, yes, good morning. They'll greet me in the hallway, but that was all. Ichika-chan seemed to be getting along well with her other friends. I, on the other hand, couldn't make any friends in my class. Though the harassment has stopped in the second year, my hobbies not having much money were reading books in the library or renting manga, CDs, and DVDs from the nearby rental shop. Oh, and sometimes watching plays through relatives' connections. Relatives' connections, huh? That's interesting. I was snuck into the old church behind the school to be alone, reading books and daydreaming. That day I dozed off while reading. When I woke up, it was quite late. And then... Is that a voice? I heard someone talking inside the church. There's only one voice. This is a classroom in the old school building that everyone says something that happens in. But I'm not scared. I'm actually excited. In this silence, I can be honest with my feelings. I like that girl. I'm done hiding it. No matter how scary it is, I don't want to lie about my feelings. Oh yeah, there's a rumor about ghosts here. If there's a ghost, will you listen? I like that girl. Not just as a friend, but as someone special. Please, give me courage. I blinked my eyes. Ichika-chan was looking at her smartphone, reciting lines dramatically. If there is a ghost, will you listen? I like that girl. Not just as a friend, but as someone special. Ichika-chan froze when our eyes met. Her face turned bright red. It was the first time I saw her flustered. When did you... just a little while ago? Huh. Ichika-chan's mouth moved silently. I moved closer to her. That was amazing, Ichika-chan. You're incredible. Huh? Was that a voice acting performance, like from an anime? Are you a voice actress? It was so beautiful and cool. I know you have such talent, Ichika-chan. You're amazing. Your voice is beautiful. Excitedly, I rattled on, leaving Ichika-chan with her mouth open, stunned. I've never seen her make that face before. It might seem childish, but I got interested in voice acting after performing in a reading drama at a school event in the middle school. So to relax, I sometimes do voice acting alone. But it's embarrassing to have someone else hear my clumsy acting. My parents are often busy and not home, but my brother is, so I can't do it at home. That's why I come here sometimes. Ichika-chan's face remained red as if she were a child caught in a lie. But seeing her like that made me love her even more. No, it was amazing. Your voice was wonderful. I love anime too, and I feel like a professional acting. I think your voice acting is great, Ichika-chan. Thank you. I'm really embarrassed, but I'm also really happy. Do you want to be a professional voice actress in the future? That's impossible. I haven't taken any lessons, and I'm mostly studying. Well, if I could, that would be nice, I guess. You can do it. If it's you, Ichika-chan, you definitely can. It's really embarrassing to be told that much, but it makes me happy. Oh, by the way, what were you doing here, Hitomi-chan? Me? I was just reading and dozing off. I don't have many friends, so I sneak in here to read. I see, we're both being bad sneaking into forbidden places. We laugh together. So what kind of book are you reading? Oh, this kind. That day I had an older anime novelization about friendship and love between girls. Ichika-chan flipped through it. Oh, a novel about romance between girls, huh? Do you like this kind of stuff, Hitomi-chan? Ichika-chan teased me. That's embarrassing. I see, interesting. Yuri's the best. Everyone loves Yuri. What's not to like about two girls being cute together? Ichika-chan flipped through the pages and stopped at one. Then after gazing at it, she took a breath. Sorry, I didn't mean to look at your drawings without permission. I didn't think you'd be so mad, but you didn't want to be seen, right? I think your drawings are amazing. I love you. I love your drawings and you. I opened my eyes wide. I was overwhelmed by Ichika-chan's performance. Ichika-chan couldn't help but burst out laughing, finally unable to hold it in. I smiled along with her. Oh, how fun this is. Why am I so happy right now? Ichika-chan. Yes? Want to hear more? I want to hear more of your acting. Will you do it again? Of course. Thank you, Ichika-chan. I love your voice, Ichika-chan. From that moment on, Ichika-chan and I became close friends. It started so wholesomely. So wholesomely. Chapter 3. Maybe we will get through this whole game in one day. Perhaps due to the stress of suddenly being thrown into that bizarre space, my body felt as heavy as lead. Still, I aimed for the church. In the abnormal space like a kid's attraction, devoid of any sense of daily life, the rundown church behind the school stood out. Finally, I saw the familiar scenery, and I dragged myself toward it with all my strength. I managed to reach the church, open the door, and stepped inside. The inside of the church was silent. There were no gaudy colors or baby toys and stuffed animals. The scent of sandalwood filled the air, creating a serene and calm atmosphere. Everything entering the tranquil space eased the psychological disgust I had been feeling. What is this? I'm in a temporary barrier. Who are you? Hello? Keeps doing that, having a line but doesn't actually get attacked for it. A short girl appeared from the darkness. She was smaller than me and dressed in a way that could only be described as extremely flashy. Is she a magical girl? Looks very magical girlish. Just to confirm, you're Ichika Shinonome, Hitomi's friend, right? Yes, but who are you? I'm Kururugi Mikuri, Hitomi's relative, her aunt. Aunt? Okay. Though she calls me Miku ne, so you could take me as her sister. Huh? I was taken aback by your introduction. What's with that face? Oh, how old are you, Mikuri? Can't tell by looking. I'm well past my adulthood, but my age is a secret. You're not younger than me? Mikuri crossed her arms and snorted in boredom. Remember this, Ichika-chan. Witches grow stronger as they age. I see, my apologies. Let's get to the point. Witches, yeah. First, Ichika-chan, do you remember that Hitomi took her own life? Do you remember that too, Mikuri? Good, so you do remember. Why is this happening? What happened to Hitomi? Calm down, I'll explain everything from the beginning. Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders. Following her instructions, I took a deep breath and exhaled. I calmed my chaotic feelings. Good girl. Now I'll explain. First of all, Hitomi Tanewara has become a demon. All the supernatural phenomena you're experiencing are caused by the demon Hitomi. A demon? What do you mean a demon? I asked back, hearing such an unexpected word. Oh, there's that again, Jesus. I guess you need to explain from there. A demon is, simply put, a materialization of a vengeful spirit. In other terms, you might call it an apparition of a demon, or a demon. In short, it's the being that remains in the present world as a physical entity due to strong feelings of regret. Demons are filled with intense negative thoughts. They spread misfortune in the real world with those negative thoughts. Do you understand so far? Somewhat. You're quick to understand, which helps. The jiggle physics on her, geez. The Tadewara family, including Hitomi, is from a lineage of witches, like me. When Hitomi died, she became a demon and awakened her magical power. As I said, demons are filled with negative thoughts, and they spread misfortune and curses among them. So far, no one has died from these calamities, but even if you are encountered a terrifying phenomenon, you haven't faced anything life-threatening, right? As someone who had faced terrifying events multiple times, I honestly couldn't agree. But Mikuri continued talking. But if left unchecked, her negative thoughts will undoubtedly begin to rampage. And it seems that Hitomi's negative thoughts possess extraordinary power. Extraordinary? You saw the scenery, right? Her magical power can rewrite the world itself. And it's not just the supernatural phenomena. For some reason, Hitomi's death and her debut as a voice actress have been erased from existence. What? Oh. Didn't you notice? Yes, I was too focused on Hitomi being alive again. But now that you mention it, it's true. In April this year, when we started our 3rd year, Hitomi's debut as a voice actress was the talk of the school. And the class was buzzing with it, and Hitomi became somewhat of a celebrity. But yesterday, while Hitomi was at school, no one, including our friend Kyoko, mentioned her voice acting debut. Yes, since yesterday morning, all information about it, including news, has disappeared from the world. That's why I know something was wrong. I had a bad feeling and monitored the school, and there was Hitomi, living a normal school life, playing with you at home. Just become a demon wouldn't cause such a thing. Probably Hitomi originally had a very high magical power, which was released when she became a demon. At this point, she is closer to a kind of witch than a demon. I see. Even inside Hitomi's death, the story was too occult and grand to comprehend. But this balance won't last long. As I said, demons are lumps of intense negative thoughts. Sooner or later, the demon Hitomi will start to rampage. She'll spread a calamity around her and become a monster that takes many lives. Considering the strength of the magical power Hitomi originally had, in the end, she can curse everyone in the town, taking all their lives. That means my classmates, my dad and mom too? Mikuri nodded her head for affirmation. Yes, people who have some kind of connection to Hitomi will die. Of course, that includes you and me. Well, if I were to put it in order, I would start with the person I would hold a grudge against. And gradually, people with whom we had a weak relationship will gradually become involved. No, that can't happen. Calm down, it's not something that will happen immediately. Watching Hitomi-chan, it seems that being with you keeps her stable for some reason. First, I'll investigate. Investigate what? Everything I can think of. That's right, for now, I'm curious whether it's really a coincidence that both Hitomi and younger brother ended their lives of their own free will. Younger brother? I guess I'll find out from there. Huh, younger brother? So it's about Hitomi's dad. I told you I was Hitomi's aunt. Is that what you mean? You see, Mikuri is Hitomi's immediate family from her father's side. Hitomi's father had hair was the same color as Hitomi in the photos I saw. Mikuri's hair was also similar, so it might be genetic. In any case, that was the first time I heard that Hitomi's father also took his own life. But didn't Hitomi's father die a long time ago? Yes, about 10 years ago. Does something that happened so long ago matter? Hitomi said she didn't remember much about her father. Ichika, the rat of losing a level and doesn't just disappear over time. In my experience, when someone becomes a vengeful spirit, there's often some involvement from relatives. Did you know a high percentage of violent crimes involve acquaintances or family members? Hitomi took her own life, just like her father did. Can you really believe it's just a coincidence? I see. I was overwhelmed by Mikuri's one-sided rant. Well, I don't have the right to say that this since I didn't care much when my younger brother died. That's kinda cruel, didn't care much. Why did Hitomi's father take his own life? I don't know, my mother, Hitomi's grandmother, was very tight-lipped about it and never told me anything. That's why I think there's something they didn't want to say. I lived freely and was distant from my family, so they didn't trust me. The first time I met Hitomi was when she was 6. I didn't even know my brother had married before that. But Hitomi and I got along well, probably because our sensibilities were similar. She came to see my stage plays, and we went to amusement parks and aquariums together. Well, after she entered the school, I was too busy to spend much time with her. She's foolish, but but so is my brother for taking his own life and leaving his daughter behind. He chose a job to save lives, but took his own, leaving his daughter behind. What? What? What did Hitomi's father do? He was a doctor. I don't know the details. Doctor? I opened my eyes wide. Hitomi's father was a doctor, like my father. It might be a coincidence, but there's strange similarity between him and my father made me feel uneasy. In life, Hitomi was in the depths of despair. She had lost both her parents. She lost her only hope, her dream for the future, by taking her own life. Guilt pierced my chest. Her dream for the future. I was the one who trampled on it. I can't undo the past, but I want to do the best I can now. So, Ichika, I need your help. Help, but what do you want me to do? I won't ask for anything difficult, just 2 things. One is to stay with Hitomi and keep her mind as human as possible. For some reason, being with you seems to stabilize her. Of course, that's fine. If that'll help Hitomi, I'd gladly do it. Thank you. The other is information. Information? Yes, to become a demon, there must have been a strong grudge. We need to know why Hitomi chose to take her own life. As I said, Hitomi had a miserable life, but we don't know how everything connects yet. We need to find out the true reason for her death to save her soul and let her rest in peace. To do that, we need to know the source of her grudge. We need more information about Hitomi to piece it all together. Ooh. I mean, why would I not confess everything? Hey!
Ichika no Asatsuki.
God, I wasn't ready for that. You don't have the courage to confess your ugly side. You don't have the courage to expose your weakness. Because you kept playing the role of the perfect student. Because you kept playing the role of perfect student, Hitomi took her own life. You should just be the friend Hitomi wants you to be and stop thinking about anything else. Okay. Mikuri called it scattered pieces, but everything was already connected in my mind. I'm sorry, Mikuri, but Mikuri's assessment is wrong. I don't know what happened to Hitomi's father, but it was probably had nothing to do with this. Because it's all my fault. I'll investigate using my connections, but if you find anything out, let me know. She handed me a business card from her bag. You have the name of the production company and contact information. President of Theater Company, Margaret Kurugi Mikuri. That's a tongue twister name. Yes, I run a theater production company. The fact that Hitomi could debut after only half a year's training was thanks to my magic. It was? I was surprised. Magic was probably a joke, but I never heard this before. You're going to say magic is a joke after hearing about demons and the world-altering magic that Hitomi is right now. That's where you draw the line? Okay. Hitomi's sudden rise as a voice actress was shocking enough. I hadn't thought about which agency she belonged to. In October last year, Hitomi suddenly said she wanted to become a voice actress. I was surprised. She was inexperienced but very passionate and serious. She was always in despair. She lost her parents at a young age and had nothing good in her life. As her Mikune, I wanted to help her be happy and achieve her dream. That's why it's so strange that she erased her dream too. Hitomi had erased her entry into the production company. Therefore, this production company might be a blind spot for her. It would be bad if I contacted her directly and stimulated her too much. If you find out anything, please send the documents or letters to this address. If you have any other needs, call the production company and leave a message. Despite saying she lacked information, Mikuri seemed experienced in dealing with these issues. Can I ask you something? What? Why do only you and I remember that Hitomi died? My classmates don't remember, and the fact that Hitomi died has been erased, right? So why do we remember? It's just a guess, but there are 2 reasons. One, you and I are deeply involved with Hitomi, so the memory rewrite hasn't progressed. The other is that we have some resistance. I deal with demons for a living, a kind of exorcist, you might say. You too might have enough magical power to resist Hitomi's influence. I see. Magical power didn't make sense to me at all. But probably it won't be long before our memories of Hitomi's death disappear too. If you hadn't experienced this supernatural phenomenon, you'd have thought her death was just an illusion, right? Yes. Indeed, from the day Hitomi appeared, I thought her death was a mistake. That scene was just a bad dream I had due to a terrible illness. But after all, Hitomi is no longer alive. Ichika-chan! Huh! Hearing Hitomi's voice from far made me jump. Oh, seems like I've talked too long. You should go ahead. Understood. Following Mikuri's prompt, I started to leave the church. Wait, Ichika. Just a warning, but if you have any secrets, you better reveal them. If that girl wants to be with you, she probably doesn't see you as a target of her grudge, so I won't press you. But talking to you, I can feel you're hiding something. If what you're hiding is more important than your own life? If you care about Hitomi, think carefully. I couldn't respond to Mikuri's words. I left the church. She sees through your bullshit. Back to the real world, I guess. Real-ish world. Outside the church, the world returned to normal. Oh, Ichika-chan, thank goodness. I was looking for you. You ran out so suddenly. Sorry. I glanced at Hitomi, trying not to upset her. This Hitomi is a vengeful spirit, a demon. It's hard to believe, but I experienced supernatural phenomenon several times now. Looking at her now, I wanted to believe it was all a bad dream. But still, Hitomi is not alive. Hitomi placed her hand on my head. It's already after school, so let's go home. I told the teacher we'd finish cleaning. What did you do, Ichika? What did you do? Did you actually do anything, or are you just putting a blame on yourself that's not actually your fault? Today, Hitomi didn't suggest we go somewhere or play at home after school. Perhaps she was satisfied with just cleaning with me after school. As soon as I got home, I booted up my laptop and checked the information Mikuri mentioned. I searched for Hitomi Tadewara to see if her voice acting debut was really erased. It's all really gone. There's no news articles, and her name wasn't listed in the anime cast information. What about the other thing? I opened that check of the video site. I searched for the channel Hitomi used to run. No way, even this is gone? I bit my finger, trying to suppress an indescribable fear. The voice drama Hitomi and I made together were gone, along with the account. Maybe Hitomi deleted the account without telling me. But even then, we shared our voice videos on social media, and others talked about our voice videos. But there are no such posts on social media. Like Hitomi's voice acting debut, they were erased. About half a year ago, Hitomi suddenly said she wanted to be a voice actress. I was surprised. As Mikune, I wanted to help her be happy and achieve her dream. That's why it's so strange that she erased her dream too. For Mikuri's story, it seemed she didn't know I also dreamed of becoming a voice actress. Each had the dream first, and Hitomi joined her in the dream. If Mikuri knew this, she wouldn't have said Hitomi suddenly said she wanted to become a voice actress, and would have questioned me more. If Hitomi erased her voice acting debut and our activities together, she must be holding a grudge against me, right? Yesterday, I tried to apologize for it, but the moment I tried, a supernatural phenomenon occurred, and I lost consciousness. Maybe Hitomi doesn't want my apology. If I could start over with Ichika, I want to have a normal romance this time. Is she becoming a demon because she wants to fulfill her wish and doesn't want her grudge removed? If you have any secrets, you better reveal them. Is what you're hiding more important than your life? Should I tell Mikuri everything? Or should I stay with Hitomi and fulfill her wish? I glanced at the drawer with Hitomi's cassette tape. So we still have those at least. It probably contains the things that are inconvenient for me. Recording on cassette suggests Hitomi wanted to keep it private. Knowing her true feelings scared me. I should give the cassette to Mikuri, but... Ooh. We keep the love Hitomi option. Hand them over, or... I'm avoiding the bloody responses yet. I'm gonna just keep going with this one, with the clean ones. I don't have the courage. I still couldn't face my ugly self. Suddenly my phone vibrated. I left my phone on the bed when I entered my room. I moved to bed and saw the calls from Hitomi. I thought about rejecting the call, but... Mikuri said not to upset Hitomi. Suppressing my fear and trembling, I answered the call. Hello, Hitomi. Good evening, Ichika-chan. Sorry for calling at night, but I just want to hear your voice. Did I wake you? Yeah, I'm just really tired. Oh, did I wake you? No, I was just dozing off a bit. What were you doing? I just got out of the bath. But it's so quiet at night. I felt lonely, so I wanted to hear your voice. I see. I love your voice, Ichika-chan. Can you let me hear more of your voice? Then why did you erase your acting memories? I suppressed my urge to ask. It must be related to Hitomi's grudge. I know it's my fault. Hitomi became like this because of me. But I don't have the courage to face that truth. I saw the toy rattle Hitomi gave me yesterday. If this was what Hitomi wants, fulfilling her wish might be my penance. But if I left unchecked, her negative thoughts will undoubtedly begin to rampage. She'll spread calamity and take many lives. If McCurry is right, we don't have much time together. No matter how this ends, we have to part ways so soon. I'm not used to horror. Don't worry, we'll never be apart. Ichika will always be with Hitomi. We'll be together forever. Ichika-chan? Sorry, Hitomi. For what? Oh, I just spaced out. Hey, Hitomi. Yeah? Talking like this, it feels nostalgic. You're so strange, Ichika-chan. We've always been close friends, right? Always have, always will. Friends, huh? Yeah, we're friends. As we chatted, I started feeling incredibly sleepy. I fell asleep on my bed. Ichika-chan? Did you fall asleep? Good night, Ichika-chan. There's again. Chapter 3 clear. Memory 3 unlocked. Chapter 4 unlocked. I've only ever watched videos of jump scares and whatnot. I never played them myself. It's also new to me. Memory 3. I wonder, like, do we have, like... Is it really just like, all these memories, like, on the cassettes that we're getting here? Like... What I mean to say is, like, the cassette tapes that Ichika has, are these, like, actually the memories that we're watching here that the cassettes hold? I wonder. What's this one gonna be about, huh? Because Ichika-chan didn't want others to see her acting, we started hanging out in my house. Well, it's a big house. It has a nice charm to it. It's my grandmother's house. I see. Ichika-chan looked a bit uncomfortable. Most of our classmates knew I lost my parents and lived with my grandmother. My grandmother has poor hearing and usually sleeps until the evening, so don't have to worry about making noise. Okay. There's a strawberry thing. I led her to my room. So this is your room, Hitomi. It's really something. I felt a bit embarrassed to have her see my room. I have a hobby of DIY. The walls, floor, and ceiling of my room are decorated in a fancy way, like a girl's play space. The room has picture books, toys, a strawberry plushie I made. There are also books and old cassette tapes scattered around. These analog and retro things really have such charm. They're cute and lovely. Yeah, my grandmother has lots of old books and things. We have a DVD player and a bookmark and boombox, so it's quite interesting. And you know, we have a TV and a DVD deck. So when we watch anime or movies, we rent them from a nearby rental shop. Wow, that's interesting. We chatted and enjoyed the snacks Ichika-chan had brought as a gift. I was so happy that Ichika-chan came to my house that I kept talking non-stop. Ichika-chan, what kind of acting do you want to try next? I want to try any anime lately? No, my dad's been nagging me to study more lately. I really want to watch some old anime, but subscriptions are banned, so I can't watch them. Yo ho ho, there are other methods. I see, then why don't we look for them at the nearby rental shop next time? They might have some old anime. Oh, that sounds nice. Let's look together next time. Yeah. Since then, Ichika and I have started spending more time together. We'll chat while eating snacks, rent anime DVDs from the nearby rental shop, and watch them at my house. Or if we found a book we liked, Ichika-chan would act it out in front of me. Oh, it was so much fun. Ichika-chan, your acting and your voice are truly wonderful. Thank you. It makes me blush when you praise me like that. Hey, how about you try to, Hitomi? Me? One time she suggested that. Yeah, since we're here, let's do a voice acting together. No way, I've never done any acting, and my voice isn't as beautiful as yours, Ichika-chan. I shook my head, thinking I could never act. That's not true, your voice is really cute, Hitomi. And it's more fun to act together than alone. Come on, let's try it. Okay, I'll give it a try. With Ichika-chan's encouragement, I decided to give acting a try. I couldn't act as well as Ichika-chan, but acting together was really enjoyable. Ichika-chan would find scripts from picture books or novels that we could perform together. We'd record it in our phones and then listen to it, discussing our acting. Sometimes Ichika-chan would do an ad-lib and tease me, and I responded in a funny way. We'd replay those moments over and over, laughing together. Oh, it was so much fun. I was truly happy to spend such enjoyable times with Ichika-chan. Then one day during summer break, Ichika-chan said something. Hey, there's something I want to try. Is it okay? What is it? Can we turn our voice acting into videos and upload them online? Ichika-chan proposed. Huh? Videos? Online? Yeah, like old videos on video sites. We can do it without revealing our real names using the stage names. Can we do it? I'm not really familiar with that kind of thing, though. My smartphone wasn't very good, and I didn't watch many videos because of the data cost. Thanks to my late father of having life insurance, I had enough money to attend a private high school. But I couldn't spend money freely, so I lived frugally. Don't worry about that. I want to do it, so I'll take care of everything. All I need is your okay, Hitomi. I don't want our classmates to find out, but I want others to hear our acting. Okay, you can do whatever you want, Ichika-chan. If Ichika-chan wanted to do it, I had no reason to oppose it. And so they started uploading, huh? But that too is gone now. Chapter 4. You can listen to a wonderful death cry. If you can listen to a wonderful death cry, would you like to listen? No. No, I don't want to. Why would you ask me that? I feel like you're just gonna do it anyway if I say no, but, so let's, sure.
助けてよ。助けに来てよ。このままだと私、種原に。
Oh, goodness. They got Danganronpa all over the place. There's an unfamiliar living room. In front of my eyes, an unfamiliar middle-aged man and a woman lay on the floor, covered in blood. I'm looking at my own hands. My body's drenched in sticky, bright red fluid. What is this? Why am I in this situation? My whole body wouldn't respond. It moved completely against my will, as if it wasn't even my own body. No, this isn't even my body. Ooh, that mark again. Someone new. Why? Why did I do this? No, tell me it's not true. No! I kept crying in front of the two fallen bodies. Eventually exhausted from crying, I'll join you soon. But saying that, I picked up the bloodstained knife and held it in my neck. I could vividly feel the cold, sharp blade against my skin. No, stop it! I couldn't even scream. Unable to resist, the knife cut through my neck. I woke up drenched in sweat. As soon as I woke up, I was struck by a terrible palpitation and headache. But more than that, I touched my neck. It's not cut, right? My head hurt, but there's no injuries on my body, and there's no blood. But it was an oddly vivid dream. Who were those people lying on the floor in front of me? No, that's also a concern, but in the dream, I saw the same scorpion-shaped heart mark on Hitomi's face. I looked at the palm in the back of my hand, but of course there was nothing there. Just a dream? No, it must have just been a dream. My phone vibrated intermittently. I looked at my phone. It was a message from my mother. Mom? Without thinking much, I checked the message. Good morning. I'm sorry, but due to work, your father and I won't be able to come home for a while. You could use delivery for dinner. Also, make sure to go to school. Your father said if you get your grades to improve, we might get you a tutor. It wasn't unusual for my parents to not come home because of work. I had overslept a bit, but not enough to worry about being late. I quickly replied to my mom and started getting ready for school. So whatever this heart mark is not limited to just Hitomi here. Some sort of spread phenomenon, apparently. Hey, Ichika! I entered the classroom and Kyoko greeted me. Good morning, Kyoko. Oh, Ichika, your hair looks a little messy, just like yesterday. Oh yeah, my lifestyle's been a bit off lately. Oh, I get it. I stay up late I stay up late watching my favorite streamer's live stream too. Good morning, Toby. Good morning, Kyoko, and Ichika too. Good morning. Spending time like this, it's hard to believe that the Hitomi in front of me is the Hitomi in front of me is no longer alive and has become a demon or an evil spirit. Sure, strange things happened yesterday that made me panic, but thinking about it again, it doesn't seem like there's something that would harm me. You know she's not alive. If living a peaceful daily life as she wishes can lead to a solution, that's fine. That's what I thought. By the way, Hitomi, did something happen with the Mitsuki list yesterday? Kyoko asked something like that. Nothing particular. That's strange. Mitsuki said she saw you yesterday evening. She said she saw you in a park near her house after club activities, shaking a baby's rattle and smiling at her. She thought it was strange because she had never run into you near her house before. I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't there. Hey, Kyoko, what are you talking about? Feeling an unpleasant premonition, I asked in a high-pitched voice. I don't really know either, but that's what I heard. Mitsuki sent me a message to our group chat around yesterday evening. Oh, it's her. Oh, one of the bullies, that's who it was. Oh, no. Mizuno Mitsuki, a classmate. She was just a classmate, not particularly close, but as class president, I had some interactions with her. Honestly, I didn't have a good impression of her. In our first year, she had been bullying Hitomi behind my back. No way. A chill ran down my spine. I looked at Hitomi, but she showed no signs of change. Pretending to go chat casually, I continued conversation. So do you know where Mitsuki is? I haven't seen her. Kyoko and Mitsuki seemed to be somewhat close. Kyoko had a bright personality and was well-liked in class, so she had a wide circle of friends. She knew things I didn't. Well, she hasn't been in contact today. She hasn't come yet. I was a bit busy yesterday, so I couldn't reply right away. Maybe she's mad about that. Why isn't she responding? She hasn't read my messages. Let me just say that I've been really enjoying this story so far. I feel it's almost a shame to be playing this for free. Like, I'll absolutely pay for like this level of quality and whatnot. I see. My bad feelings only grew stronger. I remember the dream. In the dream, that child had a scorpion-shaped heart mark on her hand. I wanted to ask about it, but with Hitomi right next to me, I hesitated. Hitomi next to me still looked emotionless. And then... Hey, as Mitsuki arrived. Looking towards the voice, I saw two familiar girls. The bullies. Nanao and Haruka-san. I also say Nanao and Otonashi Haruka. They were close friends with Mizuno and Mitsuki since our first year, but after moving up to the third year, they end up in different classes. No, I haven't seen her today. I see, thanks. Hey, Nanao-chan, maybe... Not now, let's go. Saying that, they left the classroom. For a moment, Nanao For a moment, Nanao and I made eye contact. After looking at me, she gave me a suspicious look at Hitomi beside me. And then the bell rang, signaling the start of his homeroom. Mizuno and Mitsuki never appear in class. Oh no. We did say that the magic would be affecting those she has a grudge against, so obviously the bullies would be targeted first. Please let this bad feeling be wrong. After school, I heard of Mizuno and Mitsuki's house. Fortunately, I was able to take the homework printouts from the teacher, and as a class president, I had a reason to go to her house. Not only did I get her address, but since I was tasked by the teacher, Hitomi didn't insist on coming with me. Instead, she asked me to call me at night. Using a map app to find Mizuno and Mitsuki's address, I headed to that destination. When I arrived at a detached house, there's a familiar girl at the entrance. Hello, you're here? Her long blonde hair gleamed in the sunlight, and from between her long hair, her beautiful gem-like heterochromia eyes peeked out. Nanao-san? When I called out, she looked at me. She widened her eyes when she saw me.
いつか気づいて。瞳は危険よ。
What was that? Ichika? Now I'm surprisingly startled. Seriously, you here? What's up? Oh, are you here for Mitsuki? Yeah, the teacher asked me to bring her some printouts. Wow, you're still the class president, huh? Now-san, are you here to visit Mitsuki-san? Now made this pleased face for some reason. Stop with the formalities, Ichika. We've been friends since our first year. Not understanding why she was upset, and now combed her long hair. Kyoko mentioned that Nao worked as a reader model, and her presence seemed fitting. All right, now. Yeah, actually, Mitsuki hadn't been in contact since last night. Yeah, Kyoko told me something about something like that. While we were talking, Nanao rang the doorbell several times, but there was no response. The curtains in the living room were closed so that we couldn't see inside. She's not answering. What's going on? What's going on, Mitsuki? Nanao grabbed the doorknob and pulled. Huh? The front door opened. Nanao seemed surprised that it actually opened and looked at me in bewilderment. Oh no. The hallway light was on. Looking at the entrance, there's 3 pairs of shoes for the family. These are Mitsuki's shoes. She must be here. Hey, Mitsuki! Now called out towards the house, but there's no response from inside. Even though the lights were on and the shoes were there were no signs of life or any sounds. By this time, both Nao and I had noticed something was off. Hey, Ichika, should we go in? Yeah, let's. We entered the house together. Can't read that. Oh, no. As soon as we saw the living room, Nanao screamed. I wanted to scream too, but I was too shocked to make a sound. There were no people, but horrifyingly, the living room was covered in massive amounts of blood. And I was paralyzed with fear. I felt the same terror. But I also remembered something else. This layout, this furniture arrangement. I recalled the dream I'd seen. In that dream, the child that had stabbed two middle-aged men and women in an unfamiliar living room. Bloodstains were scattered all around. The scene I was seeing now matched that dream perfectly. And when that child looked at their hand, there was a scorpion-shaped heart mark on their palm. After that, the child ended their own life with a knife. That child was Mizuno Mitsuki. Realizing this, I fainted. When I came to, Nanao was looking down at my face. Ichika, are you awake? Nanao? My head felt foggy. When I looked around after waking up, I was still at Mitsuki's house, lying on the one deck in the yard. You don't remember fainting? Oh. I remember collapsing after witnessing the blood-soaked living room. Sorry, It's fine. If you hadn't fainted, I would've. How long was I out? Not long, maybe about 15 minutes. Hey, did you call the police yet? No, I haven't. Why not? Why not? That should be like the first thing you do. Why not? There's so much blood. Actually, that blood, it wasn't blood. Huh? I was bewildered. At first I thought it was blood too, but it didn't smell like blood. I think it was some kind of red jam or sauce used in sweets. No way, that can't be true. I tried to check again and re-entered Mitsuki's living room. The living room was still stained red as if it had been drenched in blood. I stared at the dark red liquid and decided to touch it with my finger. It didn't feel like blood, it was sticky like it contained sugar. Smelling it added a sweet and sour scent. It was like a blackberry sauce or rosehip jam. It really isn't blood. See, I told you. But strange to have so much sauce spilled everywhere. Oh, and there's no one in the house. No one. I checked the upstairs, but Mitsuki's room, but no one was there. It was an incomprehensible situation. But I definitely saw it. The scene in my dream. Sorry, I have to go meet Haruka. I'm worried about Mitsuki, but I have to go. I feel like there's still something you possibly contact the police about at this point. Like you go to your friend's house and the family has just disappeared and they seem a big mess around the place, like just this? What about you? Are you gonna tell the teacher? Yeah, I'll talk to the teacher tomorrow. I hesitated for a moment, but agreed. Now I left the house. I'm leaving now. See you tomorrow. Yeah, see you tomorrow. I remember something. Now, I want to ask you something. Did Mitsuki mention any marks on her body? Marks? Oh, she did say something about a strange black mark on her palm yesterday evening. She said it disappeared quickly, but so she thought it was just her imagination. I see. The mark on her palm. Do you know something, Ichika? No, it's just that Kyoko mentioned it this morning. I see. Sounds like my explanation, and now didn't press further and hurriedly left. After now disappeared from sight, I felt an inexplicable chill run down my spine. The dream I had seen from Mitsuki's perspective. If it really happened, is this what terrifying phenomenon could caused by Hitomi, who became a demon? No, it can't be. It's impossible. I shook my head to dispel the terrifying thoughts. You can listen to a wonderful death cry. Would you like to listen? Again? Again with this? Okay. Sure. Sure. Oh, man. So she's like somehow... It's only somehow like... taking over their bodies and making them do these terrible things, and then they like... I don't know, she erases the evidence of the murder by like making it like a strawberry jam or something? Is that what's happening here? It's cold. It's pitch dark around, and I can't see anything. Back of my head feels like it's splitting open. No, it's beyond pain, and I felt like I was moments away from dying. I don't know why, but I felt that way, but my whole body felt like a shattered statue. Someone appeared in front of me, desperately calling out to me. Oh, no. Haruka! 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 Oh, God. No, why did you jump? No! When I woke up, it was morning. I instantly touched the back of my head. But of course, my body wasn't injured anywhere. Could it be again? I felt an overwhelming chill again. Oh no, she's making her second move. When I arrived at school, Hitomi and Kyoko were already talking. Hey, Ichika. Good morning, Ichika. Good morning. About Mitsuki. I skipped a beat. I hadn't thought about it, but I hadn't seen Mitsuki. It seems she also had to go stay at the relatives because of her parents' circumstances. What? What was that? Oh, didn't you know, Ichika? You hadn't heard? No, I didn't know. Well, I don't know much either, but apparently that's the case. She had to leave suddenly because of her parents, right? Right, Hitomi? Yeah, that's what she said in the group chat. I see. But after seeing the abnormal sight at Mitsuki's house yesterday, I couldn't believe such a story. Of course, what I saw was just a dream. But to me, it felt like Mitsuki's end was being hidden by some inexplicable force. If Hitomi is indeed a demon, and this is the curse of the demon that Mikuri mentioned, could it really be that? Ichika, are you okay? Huh? What? You look like you're in pain. But by the way, your dad and mom are away for work, right? Are you lonely being alone at home? Well, yeah. My house is pretty big, so I feel lonely being there alone. I see. But it's okay, you won't be alone, lonely, Ichika. I'll be with you. Tadehara. Huh? Return to the voice. It was Ayase Nanao. Nanao was staring at Hitomi with an intense look. You did it, didn't you? Did what? It was you, Mitsuki and Haruka, you did it! Am I next? Are you planning to take my life too? Tadehara, you! Nanao half crazed lunged at Hitomi. Wait, Nanao! Nanao, stop it! Kyoko and I held Nanao back as she lunged at Hitomi. Mitsuki and Haruka saw it! They saw you following them! You're still holding a grudge from what happened before, aren't you? I won't take my life too! I'll never! Huh? Nanao, what are you talking about? Mitsuki just went to her relative's house, right? No, it's not that! It's all because of her! Nanao, stop it! Ichika, even you? Always protecting Hitomi! Nanao! I whispered to Nanao and I held her back from Hitomi. I'll help you. I'll message you later, so please hold off for now. Now stared at me as with intense eyes for a while, and left the scene. And what happened to now all of a sudden? Hitomi don't let it bother you. Yeah, I'm fine. Oh no, she's got that look in her eyes again. Oh boy. I told the teacher I had an errand and came to the church alone. After waiting for a while, the church door opened. Ichika. Yeah, Nanao came. Sorry for calling you out. That's fine, but what's this about? About what we talked about earlier. Because of what happened yesterday, I believe you, Nanao. Huh? The enormous height I saw at Mizuno Mitsuki's house yesterday. Because we share that, I feel we understand each other. So please explain what happened to Mitsuki and Haruka. Okay, I'll tell you. And I'll begin to explain what happened to that Mitsuki, Haruka, and herself. According to Nanao, this is what happened. First, Mizuno Mitsuki. The day before yesterday evening, she saw Hitomi in the park near her house after club activities. Hitomi was looking at her while shaking a baby rattle and smiling. This matches what Hyoko said. And another thing, a strange black mark appeared on her hand. It was a scorpion-shaped heart mark. When Mitsuki answered Nanao's call, she seemed very confused. But during the call, the mark on her hand suddenly disappeared. She had concluded it was just her imagination, and the call ended. Since that night, Mitsuki has been in contact, leading to the incident at her house yesterday. Next, Otonashi Haruka. After parting ways with me at Mitsuki's house, Nanao was called by Haruka. Nanao explained what happened at Mitsuki's house. The house was empty, with a red liquid that looked like blood smeared all over. Haruka was shocked to hear about Mitsuki's situation. She said that after staying late at school for club activities yesterday, she saw Hitomi in the girls' restroom, shaking a baby rattle and smiling. She lost consciousness for a few minutes and woke up in the restroom. When she woke up, she saw a scorpion-shaped heart mark on her hand. But just like with Mitsuki, the mark disappeared after a while. Knowing about Mitsuki's disappearance, Haruka panicked. She begged not to be left alone, so Nanao took her to her house for the night. Then stayed up watching TV together until late, but Haruka sent to disappear when Nanao dozed off. Nanao searched for a nearby area and saw Haruka jumping out from her apartment in front of her eyes. Haruka jumped from my apartment right in front of me. Huh. I called the image the nightmare I had seen today. The nightmare where my whole body was in agony, moments away from death. Now I was calling Haruka's name desperately, crying and screaming. And I saw it, a scorpion heart-shaped mark on her palm. Did you tell the police about Haruka? No, Haruka was nowhere to be found. What? It was the same with Mitsuki. I looked away for a moment and Haruka disappeared, leaving behind a red liquid. I was already panicked because of what happened to Haruka in front of me, but I couldn't understand anything. So that's what you lashed out here to tell me this morning. I know I went overboard with the tiny heart, but I feel like I'm saying crazy things. I wonder if I have some kind of brain disease. I might be losing my mind because my friends disappeared one after another. Now scratch her head and spoke self-depreciatingly. But I feel my blood run cold. My face turned pale. I believe everything Nanao said. Nanao, we need to do something immediately. If you don't, you'll end up like them. What are you talking about? If you don't do something, you might fall victim to Hitomi's curse and lose your life too. Huh? A curse? In my haste, I blurted it out. I regretted mentioning the word curse. Not giving me a suspicious look. What are you saying, Hitomi? Are you saying Hitomi has some kind of curse or power to take lives? I thought she was getting back at us for what happened in the first year, but a curse? Well, I was at a loss for words. Now I was panicking, unable to find the right words to explain myself. Seeing me flustered, and now look at me suspiciously. Ichika, what do you know? You're taking this crazy story seriously and talking about curses. Do you know something about what happened yesterday to Mitsuki and Haruka? This is, do you know? Then tell me. I won't forgive you if you know something and don't hide it. Now I calmed down earlier, but was getting agitated again. She went back down until she heard something convincing. If she lashed out at Hitomi again, it could be dangerous for her. Thinking this, I decided to tell her what I knew. Now listen to my story with a sullen expression, arms crossed. To summarize, so Tadahara died out 10 days ago and then became a demon of some kind of evil, or some kind of evil spirit. She erased everyone's memory of her death so no one would notice. She became a demon to enjoy school life with you and behaves like a normal human around you. But if left alone, she'll spread a calamity, so you're researching a way to save her soul? Is that right? Yes, Mitsuki and Haruka might have fallen victim to the curse Mikuri mentioned. The basis for your belief is the nightmares you've been having of the black marks on your Mitsuki and Haruka's bodies. Yes, I've been having dreams related to Hitomi since she died. And I've seen that mark on Hitomi's face several times. If I don't do something, you might end up with the same curse and lose your life too. I don't have any marks on my body yet. But if Mitsuki and Haruka were cursed because of Hitomi, is it because we bullied her in the past? I think so. In the first year, Nanao's group had bullied Hitomi cruelly. I don't know what happened in the second year since we were in different classes, but they might have continued to torment her. I didn't know why Nanao hated Hitomi and never asked. But now the important thing is that Nanao might also be cursed by Hitomi and lose her life. Nanao crossed her arms. Can't you believe it? But Hitomi really is a demon. Please believe me. I believe you. Huh? Despite myself, I was surprised by Nanao's words. Why surprised? It's a ridiculous story and I wouldn't believe it if someone else said it, but I believe you, Ichika. I know you wouldn't lie to me to deceive me. I've known you since the first year. And you told me for my sake, right? So I believe you. Thank goodness. I felt relieved. So what do we do now? If the story is true, we can't leave things as they are, and with so many victims already. Yes, but first we need to ensure your safety. So please, go to Mikuri's office. I can't go because I need to stay close to Hitomi, but if you explain the situation to Mikuri, she'll help you. Ichika, is there a need to be so roundabout? Huh? And now something unexpected, and I was taken aback. If this story is true, Hitomi is already a demon, an evil spirit. Why should we be kind to her and save her soul? Well, that's... If she hasn't hurt anyone, it would be different, but she's already hurt my friends and their families. Why should we be kind to someone like that? What? I felt the conversation taking an unexpected turn. So Ichika, let's take care of Hitomi together. Or maybe take care of isn't the wrong phrase. Let's defeat the demon called Tadahara Hitomi together. Wait, if Mikuri's story is true, doing something that force might make things even worse. If it forcibly destroys his soul, it might bring about disaster. But you haven't actually tried it, right? You haven't seen it yourself. What disaster would happen if we defeated her? Would a meteor fall and destroy the city? Do you even know how to defeat her? If she can take control of your body with a mark and like that, like what are you gonna do? You don't have powers, do you? You're being very short-sighted with this, Nanao. Sorry, Ichika, but it seems to me you're just pampering Hitomi because she's your friend. Deep down, you care more about Hitomi than me, don't you? That was a weak point. Indeed, I still care deeply for Hitomi, but it wasn't because she was my friend. I didn't know how to explain it to her. No, not close-up. You're gonna scare me again. I'm gonna try and brace myself for it. Before I knew it, Nanao was getting closer to me. I've decided I won't lose to Tadahara. Ichika, I'll protect you too. What? Nanao? Nanao grabbed my hand tightly. Her eyes were as wet as she looked at me. If things stay as they are, you'll be in danger too, right? Then I won't hesitate. Ichika, you... Why this now? What are you doing? What are you doing? Well, I gotta keep to the... Gotta keep the theme. Gotta keep the theme of not avoiding the, bloody options. Sorry, Nanao. What are you doing? Suddenly Hitomi's voice shouted both Nanao and me. I don't know how long she had been there. Hitomi looked at us with the dull-like eyes. No, her eyes were fixed on Nanao. Hitomi pulled my hand away from Nanao. Hey, Nanao, what were you trying to do to Ichika? Nanao stared at Hitomi. Then she relaxed her shoulders and snorted. Oh, so close. Same as she left the scene. Wait, Nanao! I tried to stop Nanao, but Hitomi held my hand and stopped me. No. Oh, a chill ran down my spine. I might have upset Hitomi just now. But Hitomi looked down, appearing distressed like a small, lonely child pulling at her mother's clothes. Please don't go, Ichika. Hitomi. Yes, her eyes Her wish was to spend that everyday life she couldn't achieve with me. So there's something I could do. Hey, Hitomi, why don't you stay over at my house tonight? Huh? You know, since my parents won't be home for a while, I thought it would be fun for us to hang out. Really? Can I stay over at your house? Yeah, we can cook dinner together and watch movies together, and that sounds fun. Come on, let's go have fun at my place. Hitomi's face lit up. Yeah, let's play. Hitomi's face brightened up. Probably this is the best solution I can come up with right now. If I stay with her as she wishes, at least for today, the curse shouldn't fall on Nanao. I was worried about what Nanao was planning to do, but she mentioned exercising an evil spirit, but just as I couldn't do anything, she can't either. I gave Nanao the contact for Kurugi Mikuri's office. If nothing happens today, Nanao might change her mind. And then, no more sacrifices, right? When I get home, I'll send that to Mikuri-san. In my heart, I made that decision. What was Nanao trying to do, though, there? She'll, like, curse herself. She'll, like, curse herself right at the end to go, like, she'll think she was so close for something. Maybe she knows more than she actually is telling us. Huh. Hitomi's late. I was waiting for Hitomi at home. Oh, you didn't go home together? You didn't go together? Oh, no. Oh, no. She says she'll prepare her things at home and pick out some interesting movies or anime from the rental shop before coming over. In the meantime, I sent Hitomi cassette tapes to the Kurogiri Mikuri. In the end, I couldn't muster up the courage to listen to the contents of the cassette. But after all, a victim has already appeared because I took it lightly. Even knowing that, I couldn't bring myself to listen to it, and I decided to send the cassette tape to Mikuri-san as it was. I went to the post office, completed the mailing procedure, returned home, and waited for Hitomi. But it was already past 5 p.m. Even if she was looking for DVDs at a rental shop, it was taking too long. Suddenly my vision blurred, and I was hit by a strong drowsiness. Recently, anxiety and nightmares had deprived me of proper sleep. Because of that, I felt a sudden wave of sleepiness. But I was waiting for Hitomi. Thinking that, I dozed off in the living room sofa. Oh no. Guess I'm stupid too. But I can't do it anymore. I can't do it mentally. In a dim lit church, Hitomi was lying there, with blood coming from her head. Am I stupid too? But I can't take it anymore. I can't handle this mentally. In a dimly lit church, Hitomi lay on the ground, bleeding from her head. Blood's coming out. Is she really an evil spirit? Well, it doesn't matter. Nanao had lured Hitomi to the church, attacked her from behind with a crowbar, and knocked her out. Oh, you're awake? Nanao? Hearing you say my name makes me sick. Hey, won't you tell me now? Mitsuki and Haruka, you got rid of them, right? What happened to them? What are you talking about? Stop playing dumb, it's really annoying. If you don't talk, I'll kill you. I'm so irritated, I might just might as well finish you off now. I hated you since your first year. You're so clumsy and incompetent, always relying on Ichika. You weren't even worthy of being called Ichika's friend, always protected by her. I really hated you since the first year. What are you laughing at? I knew it. I knew Nanao. You love Ichika the same way I do. That's why you bullied me, right? But because of that, you ended up being hated by Ichika. Ichika's really kind and serious. So even if I wasn't around, you would never be Ichika's lover, and not even her friend. What do you know about Ichika? Nothing, right? I don't know everything about Ichika's true... I know everything about Ichika's true dreams. And her secret desires that she doesn't want anyone to know. It's funny, Nanao. You don't know anything about Ichika. Hitomi laughed hysterically while Nanao's expression twisted with intense hatred. Nanao raised the crowbar and struck Hitomi's leg at its tip. Ah! Doesn't matter if you're human or a spirit anymore. I'll make you suffer as much as Mitsuki and Haruka did. I'll burn you alive and erase you from this world. Burning her alive, wow. I woke up abruptly. I must have dozed off for about 10 minutes. That dream can't be. If all nightmares I had were real, then this one too. I really called Nanao. After a while, she answered, Nanao! Ichika? Where are you right now? What are you doing? Nanao remained silent. I kept asking questions. Is Hitomi with you? Did you do something to Hitomi? Even though Nanao didn't answer, her silence confirmed my worst fears. Please stop! Don't hurt Hitomi! Ichika. Now his voice was already heavy and low. Sorry, Ichika, but I can't forgive her. Goodbye. At last she hung up on me. No! I tried calling again, but Nanao didn't answer. Oh no, that's a big fire. Oh god. I headed to the church as fast as I could, and I immediately noticed something was wrong. Smoke was rising from the church. No way! I ran towards the church. That was supposed to be our safe zone too! In front of the church was Nanao, not Hitomi. But Nanao's appearance was abnormal. She held a crowbar in one hand, and the firelight illuminated her blood-soaked figure. She stared at the burning church with a look of ecstasy. Nanao! When I called out, Nanao looked at me. Ichika, I did it! I did it! I finished off Tarihara! It's all over! A happy ending! Now I'm gonna start out with you, Ichika. Nanao laughed hysterically. I was bewildered. If what she said was true, she had Hitomi. It can't be. Nanao laughed for a while, then gradually calmed down. But her eyes were filled with ecstasy, and she looked at me with a dangerous glint in her eyes. I want a reward for my hard work, Ichika. Can I kiss you? What? Nanao moved closer with a dreamy look in her eyes. It's not allowed. Now suddenly clutched her left eye. It hurts, hurts, hurts! No! Why, what's happening? Now left eye, blue liquid poured from the left eye, a scorpion-shaped heart tattoo appeared on her bloodshot eye. Now lost consciousness and collapsed. No! As if time had been rewound, the church was engulfed in silence. But the next moment, an anomaly struck Nanao's body. Her entire body was racked with intense pain. Ah! Her body was covered in blood and bruises. They were exactly like the same wounds she had inflicted on Hitomi. I realized amidst the surrounding flames, Hitomi was calmly looking down at Nanao. Oh no, not at all, not good at all. Hitomi looked at Nanao with disdainful gaze. I love hearing voices filled with pain, but Nanao's voice didn't satisfy me at all. Hey, do you know, Ichika's voice when she's in pain and suffering is really wonderful. Ichika's voice in agony is much more beautiful. Why? Why? You already know why. You said it yourself. I'm a demon. Bye-bye. Saying that, Hitomi left the church. No, help me! Ichika, help me! No! Can't say I didn't see that coming. You really should have known better. When I came to, I was lying on the ground. I slowly got up and looked around. Nanao, where are you? Nanao, who was supposed to be in front of me, was nowhere to be seen. Before I lost consciousness, Nanao was writhing in pain, and a scorpion-shaped heart mark had appeared on her left eye. And just before I lost consciousness, a vision flashed into my mind. Nanao's body covered in wounds, and Hitomi looking down at her with a mocking smile. Could it be? Nanao! I shot toward the burning church. Then, through the flickering flames, a figure appeared. Emerging calmly from the burning church was Hitomi. Passing through the roaring flames and smoke with a composed expression. Seeing her like that, I was once again reminded of that Hitomi was no longer of this world. Hitomi? Ichika, I'm sorry. Huh? I'm sorry that I couldn't come to your house. We were supposed to have a fun sleepover. But from tomorrow, we'll be together forever. Saying that, Hitomi hugged me. Ichika, I love you. I still couldn't grasp the situation, but I realize that all my efforts have been in vain. It's my fault. Because of me, so many classmates have. Realizing this, my emotions finally broke. Big scream. Ichika-chan? Because of me, so many! No, boy, I can't take it anymore! Ichika-chan, you're so kind, Ichika-chan. Don't worry, you did nothing wrong. So don't cry. There. It's okay. I'll pamper you a lot from now on. Chapter 4 clear. Memory 4 unlocked. Chapter 5 unlocked. Oh god, we are just not holding off anymore. It's just getting worse and worse. Poor Nanao. I'm definitely gonna go through all these options to see what these bad roads lead to. I can assume that any blood-stained options leads to a bad ending of sorts. Memory 4 though, let's go. Oh yes, back to happy times.
ハッピーバースデー。
Yeah, everything's happy now. Nothing's wrong. Nothing wrong. We didn't just watch someone die horribly. July was my birthday month. Ichika-chan brought various snacks and celebrated my birthday with just the two of us. Look, our voice drama from the other day has so many views. Wow, really? That's amazing. While eating snacks, Ichika-chan showed me the page of our work posted on the video site. I was surprised. It's incredible that so many people are listening to our acting. This is kind of fun. I didn't know so many people would listen to it either. It's because of your acting was so great, Hitomi. No, it's because your voice is wonderful, Ichika-chan. I really love your voice, Ichika-chan. Thank you. Hearing that from you makes me really happy. Oh, and Hitomi. Yes? Here, this is a present from me. With that, Ichika handed me a small gift box. Thank you. Can I open it? Of course. I unwrapped the package. I was astonished by what was inside. This is the same earphones of yours, Ichika-chan. Yep, it's the same as mine. No, I can't accept this. It's too much. Why not? Because these are very expensive, aren't they? The earphones Ichika-chan usually wore were wireless branded ones. I had wanted the same ones and I looked them up, but they are more expensive than my smartphone. I couldn't afford them. I feel bad for selling something so expensive. But he told me you never buy proper earphones. Since your acting is so wonderful, I want you to listen with better earphones. That may be true, but I still can't accept something so expensive. He told me you know you've been helping me a lot. Huh? Because you like my voice and praise my acting. That made me the happiest person in my life. And I was truly happy. You gave me the happiness that money can't buy. With these earphones, you can hear my voice in even better quality. My acting and even my voice during calls. So the gift I want to give you isn't just the earphones. It's a gift so you can always hear my voice, no matter when or where. So please accept them and listen to my voice anytime. Ichika-chan. Damn, that's really sweet. It's cute. It's cute. Oh, if only it was say like this. A warm feeling spread through my heart. I was happy. Ichika-chan understood how much I loved her voice. She gave me this gift because she knew it would make me the happiest. That feeling from Ichika-chan made me happier than I had ever felt before. You'll accept it, won't you? Thank you, Ichika-chan. Ichika-chan taught me how to use the earphones. That night after Ichika-chan went home, she went home, I immediately put on the earphones and called her. I could hear her clear, dignified voice more vividly than ever. When I went to bed, I wore the earphones and listened to Ichika-chan's voice acting recordings. I felt like when Ichika-chan was closer to me than ever before. Oh, I'm so happy.
いちかちゃん、大好きだよ。
We're inadvertently feeding into her obsession. That's very not good. We're halfway through the story now. We're at chapter 5 of 8. Here we go. Oh boy.